Scotty Scheffler's 2026 plans reveal a mindset that goes beyond simply defending his dominance. He's signaling a deliberate push toward legacy and sustained excellence, while he acknowledges that personal fulfillment comes from deeper aspects of life, family and personal growth rather than just title. C is approaching the new season with razor-sharp focus on completing the career Grand Slam. Bookmakers now see him as a genuine frontrunner for the U.S. Open, the last major he needs to complete the set, with odds reflecting not just respect for his talent, but recognition of a player strategically calibrating every facet of his game. In 2025, Scheffler's exceptional season, 2 major victories, multiple PGA Tour wins, and a 4th consecutive Player of the Year honor solidified his place among golf's elite, statistically comparable to historic greats who have pursued the Grand Slam. But rather than resting on past success, he is approaching 2026 with the mindset of incremental improvement, refining precision ball striking, optimizing putting consistency, and making marginal performance gains that can translate into decisive advantages at penal, weather-challenging venues like the U.S. Open. Scheffler's own words reinforce this philosophy. Despite his dominance, he sees room to grow, signaling to rivals that his current plateau is not the ceiling. It's a combination of elite talent, deliberate strategic preparation, and psychological messaging that could reshape the competitive landscape of the PGA Tour in 2026, setting the stage for a year that may define his career trajectory and further cement his legacy. Scotty Scheffler's mindset heading into 2026 reflects a rare combination of personal perspective and professional precision. While he openly acknowledges that being the best golfer is not the be-all and end-all of his life, and that family and personal fulfillment take priority, his comments reveal an analytical, almost surgical approach to improvement. Unlike many elite athletes who frame progress in narrow technical or mental terms, Scheffler is examining small performance vectors across his entire game, signaling a shift from consolidating excellence to targeted enhancement. Analysts suggest this could translate into a deeper focus on short-game precision, course management under varying conditions, and marginal gains that make the difference at elite levels. His mindset also sends a strong message across the tour. Competitors like Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, and Viktor Hovland are already taking note, interpreting Scheffler's confidence as both a challenge and a statement of intent for the season. One tangible manifestation of this evolution is his equipment strategy. In 2025, Scheffler made his first major driver change in 2 years, adopting a new tailor-made Q4D model. While he has historically favored consistency over novelty, the timing of this switch aligns with the USGA's 2026 conforming list and reflects broader trends across professional golf as manufacturers release iterative driver models designed for optimal balance between distance, forgiveness, and stability. For Scheffler, this isn't just a cosmetic or commercial choice, it's a calculated performance tool intended to optimize launch conditions and scoring potential, especially on long par for south and challenging wind-exposed layouts. Combined with his methodical approach to skill refinement and strategic focus on marginal improvements, Scheffler is clearly signaling that 2026 won't be about maintaining dominance, it's about evolving, testing the limits of his game, and sending a clear warning to the field that his best is still ahead. Scotty Scheffler's 2026 profile is being shaped not only by his on-course dominance, but also by strategic off-course developments that reflect both his competitive mindset and growing global influence. Equipment-wise, the driver's switch to a new tailor-made model represents more than a simple gear updates, a calculated optimization aimed at refining launch conditions, maximizing forgiveness, and gaining subtle but measurable scoring advantages, particularly on long par for south and wind-exposed layouts. In a field where marginal gains separate winners from the rest, This change underscores Scheffler's methodical approach to maintaining and extending his edge. Off the course, Scheffler's new sponsorship with Huntington Bank signals a broader commercial evolution, aligning him with world-class brands beyond traditional equipment, partnerships, and enhancing his visibility and marketability to audiences outside of golf. These moves are part of a trend among elite athletes, integrating financial services and lifestyle brands into their portfolios, creating synergy between personal brand positioning and commercial appeal. For the PGA Tour ecosystem, such partnerships ripple through economics, fan engagement metrics, and player priorities, influencing scheduling decisions and media commitments. Scheffler's expanding off-course responsibilities highlight the dual demands faced by top players, balancing preparation and peak performance with the role of a global ambassador for the sport. All of this, combined with his on-course skill refinement and strategic driver switch, positions him for a 2026 season where his dominance is likely to be reinforced not just by raw talent, but by careful optimization, commercial savvy, and a comprehensive approach to professional golf at the highest level. For Scotty Scheffler, the PGA Tour's 2026 schedule and competitive format represent both a challenge and an opportunity in what is shaping up to be a transitional year for professional golf. With the recently announced FedEx Cup regular season schedule featuring 35 official events and marking the 20th anniversary of the FedEx Cup era, the tour continues to evolve in structure and pacing, and top players like Scheffler will need to adapt strategically. One of the most significant changes is the elimination of the staggered starting strokes at the season-ending Tour Championship. Previously, leaders like Scheffler enjoyed a head start entering the event. But under the new format, all competitors begin at even par, shifting the focus entirely to 4 rounds of pure performance without pre-assigned scoring advantages. For Scheffler, a player who has excelled under pressure and leveraged format nuances, this creates both risk and opportunity, while increased volatility may shake up the leaderboard. The neutral start rewards consistent, high-level play across all rounds. Navigating this recalibrated landscape will require careful season pacing, strategic peaks, and precise fatigue management, making adaptability a critical component of his success. Meanwhile, the 2026 competitive field is growing deeper and more diverse, with both established contenders aiming to elevate their major performances and emerging talents ready to disrupt the hierarchy. Media coverage highlights this influx of talent, underscoring that Scheffler will face serious challenges at every turn, forcing him to continuously refine tactics, maintain focus, and assert his dominance in an increasingly competitive environment. Heading into 2026, Scotty Scheffler is positioning himself not just as a dominant player on the course, but as a transformative figure for the entire PGA Tour, with the field shaping up as one of the most competitive in years, featuring power hitters, precision strategists, and rising star. Scheffler will need to continually refine his tactics, particularly at majors, where adaptability is key. Beyond his on-course excellence, he is expanding his influence off the course through initiatives like launching a junior golf tour for ages 6 to 12, providing structured, affordable competition to develop emerging talent and reduce barriers to entry. This commitment reflects a broader trend among elite athletes of building legacy and shaping the game's future, positioning him as both a competitor and steward of golf. Commercially, Scheffler's profile continues to rise, with high-profile partnerships including a new deal with Huntington National Bank that will feature prominently on his equipment, showcasing his growing value as a global brand ambassador. When combined with his consistent tournament success, including multiple wins and major titles, these efforts solidify his influence over golf's culture, business, and competitive landscape. The stakes in 2026 are high. The preparation, confidence, and strategic moves Scheffler has signaled could shift the balance of power on tour, redefine dominance, and set the tone for a season that may rewrite expectations across the PGA Tour. Every decision, every swing, and every off-course initiative is now part of a calculated path toward shaping the game's next era.